We've heard plenty about the Joker's influence on the Gotham social scene, but what about the titular character? Well, he's out stalking mobsters who are having a parking garage chat with a supplier for their drug ring. The head honcho complaining about his delivery of hallucinogenic drugs illustrates the business respect criminals are supposed to maintain for order to stand. Even criminals in this universe have that mutual understanding, one that certain villains do not respect, such as the Joker or Scarecrow from the first film. Oh, speaking of Scarecrow... Wait, this mob boss bought drugs from the Lord of Fear and is complaining that their use invokes paralyzing hysterical terror? Way to go, Captain Foresight. Anyway, Batman arrives to break up the deal with his lock, stock, and smoking barrel when we realize, no, that's not Batman. That's some kid wearing hockey pads wielding a lone gun against the mob. Actually, the Batman character fascinates me. He's crucial but minute, appearing only in 2 scenes. But in both, he makes quite the impact. Firstly, trying to be Batman, and secondly, dying because he was so enamored with the hope that the hero represented. His death, though off-screen, is considered by many to be one of Heath Ledger's most chilling moments in the role due to the sheer delight the Joker takes in killing a symbol of the everyman that believes, deep in his soul, that Batman will protect the people of Gotham. That hope needed to be threatened, and this scene actively murders part of it. After establishing that Batman and Lieutenant Gordon have a plan to hit the mob where it hurts, and Harvey Dent hooks up with the new Rachel... Yeah, I guess there's a reason I don't touch on Batman much in the opening of the film. The first act concerns itself mostly with Bruce Wayne's role for himself in society. The highly evolved mind of Bruce Wayne, as a production designer put it, challenges itself to upgrading his alter ego for more efficient vigilanteism, constantly changing, finding what works and doesn't, keeping optimal for whatever comes along. 'Cause yeah, that's personal growth. That's not personal growth, that's not even close, it's a further degrading of... Right. Back to the sociology. Oh, a romantic dinner scene between Rachel and Harvey where Bruce drags a hot Russian dancer along to ruin the mood. How petty of him.
I'm talking about the kind of city that idolizes a masked vigilante.
Gotham City is proud of an ordinary citizen standing up for...
As much as idle banter among the privileged bores me, the prima ballerina brings up a good point. From an outside perspective, the city is ill. Ill enough that it's actually praising a nocturnal flying mammal cosplayer as a hero, instead of committing him for his disregard for potential manslaughter and destruction of property. Seriously, these kids are damn lucky. Whoa, we were almost killed because our parents left us in the car! Years of therapy. In this scene, Alfred tells him that he may be taking the role of Batman to an extreme, going beyond his own limitations. To which Bruce replies, Batman has no limits. Wait, no. There is another point to this, just hold on. Listen, Batman can't have a bad day, because as a symbol of change, what happens when change falters and is out of commission for a while? Change stops, the old ways crawl back in, and in a culture which praises change as the force of good overcoming the errors of the past, this could demystify the entire presence of a man in a batsuit. In order to maintain status and elude bad press, he must remain constant in his heroism regardless of any hindrance, even diplomatic relations. See, that wasn't too psycho-versoch now, was it? Moving on. Oh yes, the money launderer throws the mob under the bus. Wow, what a pair that guy has. And Dent pulls every member of the organized crime syndicate into jail. Never mind, Harvey's got a bigger set. From here on, good old Harv has the subtle moniker of the White Knight. Though he didn't create the nickname himself, once society grapples onto it, it's a way for media and people to contrast him to the Bat. Bruce approves, so much that he publicly throws support behind Harvey Dent, as illustrated in that awesome fundraiser scene. Personal conflicts, character development, and of course, plenty of Joker playing social warfare, reminding people of the fear that the Batman cannot fight for them. In fact, in both of Christopher Nolan's Batman films, fear is a strong central theme and a drive for destructive social change. The Scarecrow may have chemically induced it and the Joker used guns and explosives, but both were equally effective. Both felt like real threats because the audience understands the fear of people above our influence making changes that could affect our loved ones. Additionally, they're both damn creepy.
Okay, there'll be a 10% markup on all purchases because, you know, bat-shaped.
What?
I found the rules for role-playing Batman. Amazing what expansions you can find for the World of Darkness.
Wouldn't have expected that. Wait, only 10%?
Yeah, not bad, really. Just 10% and giving you resources, I think you can afford it.
So, how much would Batarangs run me?
Let's see here. 63,900.
Really?
Well, you have to buy them in bulk of 100,000 units to avoid suspicion.
Oh, right, like in Batman Begins, makes sense. Okay, how much would a nipple-free batsuit be?
195,000. Plus, you also keep your dignity while wearing it, too.
Good point, that'll help in persuasion checks. Wait, what the hell am I doing? I'm analyzing, not role-playing.
And then there's the throat cancer voice box suite, which is going to run you about 55,000, half your dignity.
The clown solidifies the support of the mob that once counted him as a freak by eliminating key threats against their livelihoods. While not a direct correlation, even a career lawbreaker hesitates to backstab the guy who murdered for him. See, that little fulcrum he gets there gives Joker more leverage than any other single action could. Well, almost any other single action. The mask play the Joker makes at the beginning of the film is classic redefinition. When the Bat-Fan's body appears, the tape along with it shows Joker's demand to have Batman remove his mask, or people will die. A mask which people viewed as hope must be removed, or else the random murders will continue daily. Now, individually, a person might reason that the Joker would continue to hack and slash no matter what. People in groups, however, are prone to panic and easy answers, so the mask must come off for order to be restored! Yeah, that's a skewed thought if I've ever heard one. Bruce goes back and forth, mostly with Alfred, about whether or not he should give up the mask to save lives and turn himself in. Alfred is to Bruce as Merlin is to Arthur. Can the billionaire who runs his own corporation make any moral decisions without the sage advice and manipulations of his guardian? Well, it turns out he doesn't need to worry since Dent takes the fall, claiming to be the Batman and incurring even more potential wrath from the hundreds of career criminals he just jailed. Seriously, how can he walk with balls that big? The convoy hauling him off to jail is diverted by way of flaming fire truck. Jokers camp the underpass with garbage trucks and humorously defaced semis, and this film may have been a bad one to start on. I mean, social and psychological messages are so thickly layered, like the fire truck in flames, laughter and slaughter being a one-letter difference. But however we interpret each moment, one thing is crystal clear. The passenger cop in the chase scene is the worst actor in the movie.
I hope you got some moves, pal. I didn't sign up for this! Come on, let's go!
It's just painful to watch.
That's not good. You can't stop here, we're like sitting ducks!
After a very memorable chase scene, Joker is caught by Gordon and taken into custody. An enigma, even when incarcerated, he has no link in the real world. This is possibly one of the most terrifying things about him. Interrogate a man you know nothing about. Try it. No common ground, no points of influence to press? How do you go about it? Good cop, bad cop, bad cop. The Joker talks about the social veil for the first time here, addressing why people do what they do. According to him, most play their part in the social game of nice faces and smiles, all part of a polite world where no one hurts anyone else, and where keeping stride with policy is more important than your own wants and desires. Basically, the Joker is a pure Ayn Rand objectivist with a chemical imbalance. From inside, the Joker sets up 3 perfect bomb plots, kills half the police station, and the tip of the love triangle, while turning Harvey Dent into literal Two-Face and taking the money launderer. For a man preaching no plan, he really has his ducks in a row.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on.
God, what else did you find?
You're going to glance over possibly the best manipulation that the Joker ever does to Batman?
Oh, you mean the choice?
Yeah, the choice. The social moment that accurately portrays an awesome role-playing moment?
Yeah, I guess I skimmed the surface of that whole subplot. So Harvey and Rachel are kidnapped by corrupt cops and delivered to the Joker's men, who tie them up in 2 separate warehouses full of drums of gasoline and a timed explosive. Joker tells Batman of this plan after the interrogation/beating, and gives him the locations with just enough time to save one of them.
And Batman believes the Joker. Dumbass.
Well, Harvey and Rachel really were at those spots.
No. He believed him when he said who was where. You know, the professional jokester who likes to mix confusion with a healthy dose of death? Bats didn't even question it.
He could have used a common sense merit there, it's true.
I can see it now. Well, the Joker tells me she's there, so I'm gonna go there. Really? Really? You really trust the clown to let you save the girl over the man who's going to be equally destroyed and devastated by her death? Really?
Yeah, I guess it would be possible to roleplay Batman. He's hardly perfect.
Oh, speaking of which, they actually have a price listed here for Bat Shark Propellant.
Yeah, I'll pass. Ah, this scene. Another awesome instance of the social experiment. Two ferries dead in the water, one full of everyday citizens, the other full of convicts. Separate two groups and label one as more deserving, then see which acts first to sacrifice the other. People voted for it, but when time came, no one could turn the key, thwarting the madman's reforming of society. Man's humanity for his fellow man destroys the Joker's perfect plot. He is nevertheless delighted.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You
Wow,
truly are.
fits perfectly. The unstoppable force is chaos, nature eroding everything, and the uncertainty that is existence. The immovable object, on the other hand, Batman, man, humanity, at its core resilient, standing strong against the forces of chaos, against mortality, against loss, against everything that tries to bring it down. From a sociological perspective, The Dark Knight addresses mortality, dealing with loss, greed, good men falling down the wrong path, and carrying on despite all the tragedy, because deep within, there is beauty worth saving and worth standing up for. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is sociology. That and tons of statistics. I'm the other socio, and I don't have a sign-off.
Exactly. Plus, a daytime meeting also cuts down the problem
Of bats.
of bats.